The best time to start a t-shirt business is right now. And if you've been thinking about starting one, then you are at the right place. Hi, my name is Cartes Ross, and I've been using this machine to sell and print tens of thousands of t-shirts all over the world. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you too can use this machine along with some blank t-shirts and the unique t-shirt design ideas that you have floating around in your heads to start your own t-shirt business. Now, before I start flapping off at the jaws, I think the best thing for me to do is to show you how this machine works. You can literally make and print a t-shirt in as little as 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do is take this blank t-shirt here, and I'm going to lay it down on this machine. And what it is, it's actually called a heat press. Essentially, it's a big hot iron, and right now we have the temperature set at 385 degrees. So you have a hot iron here. And what I'm going to do is take what we call is a heat transfer. And what this basically is it's a design that's been screen printed onto this release paper, not the type of transfer that you buy at the local store and run through your home printer, but these are actually put on by screen printers. So whatever unique design ideas or unique sayings that you have twirling around in your mind, you can literally get it put onto these transfer papers, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So I'm going to take this transfer design and I'm going to lay it here on top of the t-shirt. And again, 385 degrees of heat, and once I clamp this machine down, it's going to exert an extreme amount of pressure onto the transfer and onto the shirt. And right now we have a timer that's set at 10 seconds. So in about 10 seconds, you're going to hear a beep go off letting us know to release the pressure and the heat from the transfer and the t-shirt. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is simply peel the design, the transfer, off of the t-shirt. And what you'll see is the design has now transferred from the paper and on to the t-shirt. And these are used for one-time use. Once you transfer the design, it's a one-time deal. So in 10 seconds, this is what we got. We got a t-shirt. And let me walk up to the camera so you can see a little bit better. Lighting is not as good as I approach, but gives you an idea of what you have. So any type of unique design ideas or sayings that you have twirling around in your head, you can literally put it onto transfer paper and have it transferred onto t-shirts in as little as 10 seconds. Now, again, as I mentioned earlier, these aren't the same type of transfers that you run through your home printer. You can't go buy these at the local Walmart or hobby store or whatever. These are actually screen printed inks that are put onto this release paper. I'm gonna do one more just so that you can see the machine in action. You can do so much with it. As you can see, you don't have to go out there and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on high-end screen printing equipment. You don't have to mess around with the messy inks, the fumes that come from the inks, and the mess that's left on your clothes and on your walls, under your fingernails. Literally, 10 seconds is all you need. You don't need a lot of space. You can literally put this on your kitchen table and start printing t-shirts. And so I'm clamping down again, 10 seconds, and we'll talk a little bit more about these transfers in just a moment. And here we go. And what we're going to do is peel the design back, the transfer off. Again, the transfer has transferred from the paper and onto the t-shirt. And you can print onto dark colored shirts, canvas tote bags, aprons, and let me walk up a little bit more so you can see this. Any idea you have twirling around in your mind, you can literally get it onto a transfer and onto your t-shirt. And just to show you, this is a little baby romper jumper. You can transfer onto this. Let me see if you can see that. So anything, I mean, literally. So if you have a niche where you want to cater to babies or children or doggy clothes, outfits, you can transfer on to those clothes as well. And rompers, and you can buy these wholesale, you can buy these blank as well, and we'll talk about that in just a moment as well. But as I mentioned earlier, you don't need to go out and spend tens of thousands of dollars on high-end screen printing equipment. You can literally set this up on your kitchen table, spare bedroom, basement, garage, bedroom, closet, anywhere. In fact, these machines, you can typically buy them for about $1,000, but I'm going to show you how and where you can find them for as little as $200 and $300. You don't need to break the bank. You can literally start this business on a shoestring budget, and we're going to talk about that. In fact, what I've put together is a free course, a free mini course that, and if you scroll down below the video, you'll see the different modules that we have. No credit cards required. We're not even going to ask you for that. You can scroll down. You can get access to the free mini course. And as you see in module 1, we're going to spend some time talking about this t-shirt heat press machine. We're going to talk about how the machine works, how to choose the right one, because there's a variety of machines out there in the marketplace. For example, if you want to print onto baseball caps, there are machines specifically made for printing onto baseball caps. You can get the designs made onto the transfer, and you set the hat in the machine, and you can transfer the design onto the baseball cap. So we're going to talk about the different machines that are available. And again, I'm going to show you where you can get them. We sell them for $1,000, but you don't have to do that. If you're strapped for cash, if you're trying to bootstrap this thing, start on a shoestring budget, I'm going to show you where you can go get these machines for as little as $200 to $300. And we're also going to talk about the different things you can print on too as well. Module 2, we're going to talk about this transfer paper. As I told you earlier in the video, you can't buy this at your local Walmart. The inks that are on here are Plastisol inks, which are the exact type of screen printing inks that screen printers use. And they simply got this special release paper that was blank, and they can take your design ideas and they can transfer them or screen print them onto this release paper and send them to you. And we're going to talk about how the transfer paper work, where you can get them from, and we're going to talk about and show you some examples of how you can print this onto dark colored shirts and garments, hoodies, sweaters, aprons, etc., etc. Module 3, we're going to talk about getting your designs made. And this is very important because if you're like me, I don't know how to draw. And there are some designs that are complex. Let me show you one that will require you to use a graphic designer because, again, I can't draw a stick figure. And if you're like me, you're going to need somebody to take those ideas, that imagination of yours. You're going to need somebody to take those thoughts of yours and create the designs or draw them out for you. And there are graphic designers all over the world that are willing to do that for you. And I'm going to show you how you can access those folks, and they will take your design ideas and make them for you for literally pennies on the dollar. 10 seconds, and we're going to pull the transfer off, and what you get is another t-shirt. Let me walk up a little bit again so you can see that. And these do not peel because, again, we're using screen printed inks. These do not peel, they do not crack, they do not fade, they do not smear, smudge. In fact, you can put these in the washing machines 100 times and they're going to still look just as great. And but anyhow, we're going to talk about that in Module 3, getting your designs made. Module 4, this site's been up for several years now. People have asked me a million questions about this process. I've narrowed them down to the most commonly asked questions about this process in Module 4, and we're going to talk about those in Module 4. Module 5, we're going to talk about how you can literally get started with your own t-shirt business on a shoestring budget. We're going to talk about some of the basic things that you must have, such as a business license. We're going to tell you how you can go get them. Also, another thing you're going to need is a sales tax ID number so that you can buy blank t-shirts at wholesale rates. Most of the vendors will not deal with you unless you have a sales tax ID. Getting a sales tax ID is free. And in Module 5, we're going to talk about and show you where you can go get yours so that you can start buying from these vendors right away. We're going to talk about federal tax IDs so you can open up a business bank account and get your business incorporated. We're also going to talk about how you can protect your design ideas. A lot of people are concerned about somebody stealing their ideas or knocking them off. and we're going to talk about some of the options that are available to you to protect your design ideas. And beyond that, we're going to talk about how you can start marketing and advertising and getting your designs or your brands out into the marketplace so that people can start buying your t-shirts. My name is Cartes Ross. Sign up for the free mini course below. If you're watching this video from another website, visit us online at www.tshirtriches.com. That's www.tshirtriches.com. If you have any questions, feel free to leave your comments below. Someone from my office or myself will answer your questions. And have a wonderful day.